Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. I am Stephanie Oliveira, and this is going to be my last video of 2020. Last year I did a video called What Did God Teach Me in my 2019, so I thought it would be fun to reflect and since I've been through a lot and everybody else has been through a lot in 2020, I thought it would be a good idea to make a whole video talking about what God had taught me this year. I have reflected already on what God has taught me. I posted it on my Instagram today. If you want to go check it out, follow me at tinyelvira22. And I also posted like a bunch of awesome good memories of 2020 because I did have some incredible times of 2020, even though this is probably was one of the most life-changing, most like the hardest year of my life. So what God taught me in 2020, in the beginning of this year, every year I pray to God and ask him for a word to represent the year, and for this year he gave me the word change. And little did I know there was gonna be a lot of change happening, like a lot of change. And unfortunately one of the changes was losing my mom, and that was one of the hardest things I had to go through. And through that process, I learned that even though it really hurt and it really hurt a lot, that God was still there. When I lost my mom, it was very unexpected, and nobody really knew that this was gonna happen. And I didn't know this was gonna happen. It was a very tough time, and so God had told me change was gonna happen, and I obviously wasn't expecting that to happen. But during that time, I realized of how many people loved and cared about me and were there for me. Even though I just lost my mom, because I didn't just lose my mom, I lost my home. I felt like I lost a lot of things. I was really feeling like Job in that moment where he loses every single thing. And it really hurt and it really sucked. And before my mom had passed away, I was on a high with like everything, with God, with my relationships, with everything. Like I was just like, even though COVID had just started, like I was still happy because I was like, oh, I'm still doing school, I'm still doing this. So I was being really positive and optimistic. And then when my mom passed away, I felt like a whole shift changed, like everything changed. And I still believed in God, but I felt like I just couldn't say anything to him, but I missed my mom. And so during that time, because I had explained in a previous video that I did live with my boyfriend, my boyfriend's parents let me live with them, and I stayed in their garage, and I had my own little bedroom in the garage and everything, and I was able to take my cat with me, and they let me stay there. But I was very, very depressed. I know you're like, where in the world is this going? I was depressed. I had a lot of anxiety. I was at the lowest of my lows. Like, what am I supposed to do? I also didn't have a job anymore, and it was hard to get a job. I was applying and nobody was calling me back and nobody was hiring me. So, but despite all of that, me trying to quit school, me just allowing these lows, I learned to be still and to listen to what God has to say to me, and I learned that God blessed me and surrounded me with so many amazing, incredible people, and he was growing me in that moment of learning how to be independent, how to handle really hard stuff that like not normal 24-year-olds handle. And I got to travel and do all these incredible things. Like during COVID. And I didn't think I was going to ever do any of that. I feel like I've done more this year than I've ever done my entire life. And it's crazy because I lost like the hugest part of my life, and it was really hard for me, and it's been hard. It's not like an easy thing, but God taught me that he was there for me, that he was holding me, that he was guiding me, and he was like, I'm still here for you. Even though you feel alone, I'm right here. And I felt his peace, I felt his love. God taught me that the joy of the Lord is my strength. And what that means is, that's Nehemiah 8:10. And it doesn't mean that you don't get sad, that you don't experience emotions, because those are normal. But it meant that you find the joy in little things, in FaceTiming a friend, in, being able to talk to God that day, to being able to watch a movie and spend time with somebody, to, just finding those little joys, those little increments, even, getting a compliment, something so little that means so much. And I learned to find joy in that. And I learned that it's okay to grieve, because I used to get so mad at myself for being sad or being emotional or being angry or any of that stuff. But I learned to really sit with God and be like, I am not okay right now. I am angry. I am sad. I am upset. And I learned to be vulnerable with God, to talk to him. And he taught me too that there are all these beautiful things in the entire world, and I got to experience them. And even though there's some goals and plans that I had, which one of them was taking my mom to Disneyland for her birthday, that is not gonna happen, things that I wanted. But despite all that, God still blessed me with really good things and good people. And he blessed me with just like being able to go travel, go to Lake Tahoe. I got a new tattoo. I was able to pay off school, and I had, with unemployment money, I was able to have my first semester at college. I graduated during quarantine, which is insane. I almost failed all my classes. Like, God literally pulled me through all of that. And so many people, almost my whole church came together and was just there for me. My whole family just was there for me. And it just meant so much to me that God did all that. And he reminded me that there's people that love and care about me. And he reminded me that change is hard. And sometimes it sucks. But there's a reason, because wherever God's putting you, even if you don't want to be there, you're planting a seed. And if you allow him to use you in that moment, then you plant a seed. And I feel like that was like a huge reason of why I was there at Josh's house and why that happened. And then the next time God told me, hey, move here. And this was also one of the hardest things. So I learned to embrace change and to just go when God tells me to go. And I just learned to do that. God showed me that despite all the heartbreaks and all the hurts, that I can still keep going, because God is there, and he just pushed me to just keep going. And so if you are going through a hard time and you are dealing with a loss, or you're just having a hard time with family, or having a hard time just in general, like maybe you went through a breakup, maybe something happened, know that God is there. No matter what stage of your life you're at, he's there. If you feel stuck, he's there. There's a reason why you go through each season. And he taught me that in every season there is a reason, as cheesy as that sounds. And so God taught me that to embrace change, and to push through, even though it's scary, even though it hurts, and to embrace all the emotions and the feelings that come with it, but always remember that God is with and for you, and he's there with you. So I want to conclude that video, and I want to tell you guys to have a blessed and great New Year's. I know it's not 2020 wasn't the year that we all expected to be, but there are also really good things that can come out of terrible things. And I just want to say that God is good, and He really is all the time. And I can't wait to see what 2021 brings in store. I also wanted to mention that I will, for the month of January, I already have a schedule. So every Monday and every Friday, I will be posting a video. Every other Friday will be a faith-related video. So not this upcoming Friday, I believe, but I want to say the next Friday from that day will be a faith-related video. And so I hope you guys will enjoy that. I'm happy that I now have a schedule, so now you guys can see me every Monday and Friday. And then when I start school, which is in February, I will have videos every Friday, and that is it. I'm not gonna do twice a week because I'm a full-time student, and that's very hectic. So yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a blessed and great New Year's, and I hope you guys see me in the next video. And just remember that God is there. He is your peace. He's your rock. You know, He'll never leave you. He'll never forsake you. And just remember that clay, in order for it to be molded, it has to get burned first. It has to go through the process, and it's painful and it hurts. But it's gonna make something like even more beautiful and show you beautiful things. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. Bye.